Hi there guys, welcome to the startup and exhaust note of the BSA Scrambler 650. Powering the bike is a 650cc single cylinder engine, 4 valve DHC layout, 45 bhp, 55 Newton meters torque. Let me give you the exhaust note. And you can see the seat height is not too much. I can manage, and the ground clearance is 187 mm, and nice wide handlebar, perfectly sorted ergonomics, and a reasonable price, and one of the most beautiful designs that you can find in the middleweight scrambler segment. Hi there guys, super excited to bring you the first ride review of the BSA Scrambler 650. Yes, this is a 650cc single cylinder engine based on the Gold Star, and it's been in the making for quite a long time, and finally it is here in the production form. So let's not waste any more time. I feel this is a motorcycle that needs to be celebrated by all the true biking enthusiasts, because first of all, the legacy of BSA, established since 1903, you can see here, which means it's been over 100 years of legacy. And the number 65 here signifies the 650cc engine that powers the motorcycle. So short form of 650 is 65, and this is the engine. This is the star of the show. Just look at the way they have built the engine. The engine fins, you have the 3 rifles here highlighting the BSA's past associated with building guns and ammunition. And then of course you have the engine fins, the beautiful BSA badging. Everything is very well put together, and the design gets full marks in my opinion, 10 out of 10. And then look at the lighting. I believe these are LED lights, but the blinkers are not LED. These are clear lens indicators, I believe. Offset speedo console. You have these telescopic forks up front, or maybe 41 mm telescopic forks. And suspension travel is not too much. I was hoping for better suspension travel because it's a scrambler, at least 150 mm or 180 mm, but this one is 138 front and 127 at the back. It's a twin shock absorber setup at the back. Again, Brembo disc. So equipment is top notch. 320 mm disc rotor from Brembo up front, dual channel ABS, and look at the rear sprocket. It's huge. So I'm not sure how many teeth it incorporates. If anyone knows, feel free to please add in the comment section. But this is huge, and it's a torquey machine. The tires are Seat Cross Rads. These are wireless and tubeless tires. Yeah, if you can see here, it is steel radial tubeless tires. So that is something you need to note. So it is tubeless wire spoke wheels. So that's a good thing. 19-inch front wheel, 17-inch rear wheel, and a 150 section rear tire. It's a Seat Cross Rad tires. Now the international spec model gets Pirelli Rally STRs, top of the line, best of the best. You also get a front beak highlighting the scrambler character, but unfortunately suspension travel is not adequate enough. So you can see the yellow color looks absolutely stunning. You have part chrome here as well, highlight the premium factor, and the pricing is something that will surprise you. So as I told you, 652cc single, 45 bhp, 55 Newton meters torque. This is a liquid cooled engine, and look at the massive radiator right over there. And you also have a bash plate, very good bash plate. So that's pretty much it. I talked about the suspension, the brakes, the seat height. is 820 mm, ground clearance is 187 mm, and tank capacity is 12 liters. Here is the handlebar. It's a nice and wide lifted up handlebar like that of a scrambler. You also have the typical cluster like that of Java SD motorcycles. You have ABS light right over here, traction control, power mode, and this is all on by default. ABS, everything is on by default. You can turn off traction control by pressing this button for long. Just let's see if it works here. I'm pressing the down arrow. Just press it, and traction control is off. Okay, power mode also you can turn off, so you'll have a city mode or something like that. Type C charging as well as Type A charging, that's a really good thing. And high beam flasher, engine kill switch, hazard light switch. Also this offset tank lid with the gun logo and 1903 established logo. Ribbed pattern seat, one of the most beautiful seats. And again the tail lamp cluster is neatly rounded off with a LED unit. So undeniably this is one of the most beautiful looking motorcycles in its class. And price, I will mention it on the screen. It's not over the top pricing, it's somewhere around 3 lakhs. So I'll mention it on the screen. And how does it feel to ride? We're gonna hit the road right up next and see what kind of a raw, pure, soulful motorcycling riding experience it has on offer. Okay, here we go. Okay, so 158 is what you could manage. Close to 160. It can pull up to 160 with a lighter rider. This one just gets a 5-speed gearbox. So it's an old school type rumbling motorcycle, not built for top speed. It's built to enjoy the soul of pure motorcycling. And that's where it stands. It doesn't drive high. It doesn't have shorter gear ratios. It doesn't have that super slick shifts. It's just a raw, pure motorcycle without any strings attached. And that's what helps you understand and celebrate the pure joy of motorcycling. Nice upright handlebar, offset speedo console. You have a Type C charger as well, Type A as well as Type C charger. That's a really good inclusion. You have these buttons over here. The only thing it does is it turns off the traction, and I think you can turn off the power mode. We are in the power mode now. That is what it reads. There's not too much of explanation. It reads it PWR, so that's what I could make out. Front beak, 1917 setup, on-road off-road tires, very comfortable seating, ribbed pattern seat. And the international spec model gets Pirelli STRs rally tires, so those are legit off-road tires. This one doesn't get that, so it's okay. The price is reasonable. It's not over the top. I think it's just over 3 lakhs, and that's what I keep telling you. More than qualifying as a scrambler, it's a good roadster machine, a sporty roadster machine, because it doesn't have adequate amount of suspension travel. At least you would have expected 150 mm of travel front and rear, but this one gets 137 front and 138 front and 127 at the back. So that's not adequate enough for the scrambler. Even the suspension doesn't have that compression feel. It doesn't have that suppleness or softness to iron out the bumps and absorb the undulations. So this is a rigid setup. It sticks to the road. It is not lowered, so it is slightly raised center of gravity, so you don't get that sport bike precision either. So it is kind of a raw motorcycle from the 60s that has been resurrected back to life, and that is the proper definition that you can think of for this bike. Let's now break it down for you guys. First, the riding ergonomics. Beautifully set riding ergonomics, lifted up handlebar, nice and wide, center set foot pegs, beautiful comfortable rib pattern seat, and if I want to ride, stand up and ride also, it is not awkward. So it has good composure and good confidence for me to stand up and ride. The only setback is the weight. The bike is heavy. I think it's around 218 kilos or something, and apart from that it's all fine. 187 mm of ground clearance, so it is lifted up a little bit, but still it could have done better. They could have offered 200 mm of ground clearance, around 180 mm of suspension travel. That's what the Triumph Scrambler gets. But the tires 1917, it's okay. And it's a looker, man. This yellow color is one of the most beautiful looking motorcycles in our Indian market, or even in the world, in this middleweight segment. Undeniably one of the most beautiful. It's built so well. The proportions are so bang on. It doesn't stick out ugly in any aspect or anywhere, front, profile or rear. It's built to perfection. The exhaust, the tank, the side panels, everything are bang on. And that's what this is, the pure motorcycle. It doesn't have over the top electronics or IMUs or all those things to watch your back. It's just you and the bike, just heading out for a morning coffee ride to set your soul free. This is pure soul riding. Yeah, pure soul riding for you, experience for you. I'm so glad Classic Legends have brought the vehicle unfiltered. I mean, they haven't changed anything. They've given us the bike just the way it is, except for the Pirelli tires to cut down on the cost. But trust me, this is a Classic Legend by all means. And if you want that classic grunt of the 60s without all the choking electronics of today's day and age, just go for something as pure as this. Now, there's another aspect to this. People comparing this with the Bear 650. A Bear 650 is a twin cylinder. This is a single cylinder. A 650cc single being offered without major vibrations is a gift, is a miracle, because getting 650cc single without vibrations is nothing short of a miracle. So this has vibrations, but very minimal vibrations. The Gold Star was far more refined than this and far more fun to ride because of the lowered center of gravity. This one is slightly taller, but this has its own charm. When you ride it, people are gonna, their heads are gonna turn. They're gonna gaze at you. They're gonna stare at you. Such a lovely piece of motorcycle. And this yellow color is a showstopper. So, and I'm so happy they haven't priced it out of the orbit. They have made it accessible. They are working on the quality. They are making things right. That's what I got to know from my friend who's the showroom GM, or he's the in charge. And thanks to Vintora Motorcycles at Begumpet, Greenlands, maybe. Yeah, right after Lifestyle, right after you get down the Begumpet flyover, you will find a signal. So right, you'll be looking straight at the showroom once you're at the signal. That's how well located it is. So kudos to Classic Legends to believe in their vision of bringing these soulful motorcycles back to life, resurrecting back to life in this Gen Z era, or 21st century or 22nd century, you can call it. man. And still when people ride this bike, they'll understand what the pure soul or essence of motorcycling is. It's the thump, it's the rumble, and it's the machine and man becoming one to absolute celebrate the glorious mother nature. And that's pretty much it. So I love the way it's built. I absolutely, in terms of design, I would give it a 10 out of 10. In terms of engine, it is a typical old school engine, so again you can't just judge it by comparing with a KTM or anything. So it is built to last, and it is built to fulfill your dreams, and it's built to stand right next to you all the days of your life. So that's the character of the engine. And again, no electronics, I don't care. I prefer the bike just the way it is. Good quality is evident with the fit and finish being very much top notch and satisfactory. And that's pretty much it. And I think they're offering some 4 years warranty or something, 2+2 extended warranty or something like that. So that's okay. But it's a morning ride, it's a joyful ride, and it's a soulful ride. So please ride the BSA Scrambler 650 to rejuvenate the soul within, and I'm sure you will be absolutely elated with the kind of riding experience it has on offer. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time. This is Dino signing off. Take care, God bless, and ride safe.